elders say even a silent drum can summon war. So it was with a whisper that reached to many ears. The prince has been meeting a girl in secret. A girl from Yehuma. The spying servant whispered to the king. Ah! The king exclaimed. His heart immediately burned with rage. He had lost a son for being too weak to carry the crown. Now, his hair, his pride, was staining the royal bloodline. Find my son! King Oba ordered. Find him! Before the shame spreads like fire. Find him! Far across the land, in the stone halls of Ehuma kingdom, the news had also gotten to the king of Ehuma. My daughter wants to bring shame to me, he said. She has chosen disgrace. Find her and drag her to me. That night, the rain fell heavily from the sky, like a woman crying for her lost child. But love does not listen to warnings. It doesn't. Inside the royal palace, guards rushed into Prince Ikena's chamber, and in Ehuma too, guards stormed Princess Olama's room, only to find both of them gone. They had escaped. Someone shouted. Quickly, the news spread. Far away, at the edge of the forest near the Erim River, Ikenna and Olama stood together, their clothes soaked. They had planned this escape, but never believed anyone would discover. The storm was strong, and the river was overflowing, but they had no other choice. Ikenna held Olama's hand and said, Once we cross, my love, no one can stop us. We will start a new life far away from all this. Olama nodded, but her eyes searched the dark sky as if she sensed danger. Let the rain carry us to a place where our love can live in peace, she whispered. As they entered the boat and began to push into the river, two guards from the Huma kingdom spotted them. There they are! One of the guards shouted. Without wasting time, the guards jumped into another boat and began to chase them. The river was wide, the wind howled, lightning lit up the sky. Ikenan and Olama paddled as fast as they could, but the water was too strong. The storm was too heavy, and just as the guards were getting close, a huge wave rose and hit their boat. Before anyone could react, the boat flipped. No! Ikenna shouted as he and Olama were thrown into the water. The storm swallowed them. The river carried them away. The guards stopped, shocked. Everything went silent for a while. And just like that, the two lovers were gone. There was silence at the riverbank. The rest of the guards stood still, soaked, tired and in shock. No one spoke for a moment, only the sound of the storm remained. Then the blaming began. It is your fault, one Ehuma guard shouted. You chased them into the river. Your warriors began it, and Omalo warrior replied angrily. You were the ones who wanted to capture them. If the prince had stayed away from our princess, none of this would have happened, another voice shouted. Their voices grew louder. Anger filled the air. Swords were drawn. What began as a search had now turned to a fight. The rain poured, thunder roared, and the forest watched in silence as both sides clashed. By morning, the riverbank was stained with more than just rainwater. The news of the prince and princess' disappearance reached both kingdoms. King Oba was filled with rage and grief. King Okpara of Ehuma was heartbroken and furious. Each king blamed the other. Neither was ready to accept fault. Omalu cursed Ehuma. Ehuma swore revenge. What began with love ended in war. The peace between both kingdoms was broken. Fighting spread from village to village. For 7 long years, blood was shed. For 7 long years, fire burned the land, until there was almost nothing left of the once great kingdoms. Only ruins and names written on old stones. And far from the ruins, Queen Obiageri stood alone. Once cast aside, once humiliated, she now watched as those who mocked her drank the same poison they had offered her. A man who caused thunder to strike his neighbor, forget his own roof is made of grass, she murmured. The king who betrayed her had lost both crown and children. The court that dismissed her lay in ashes. The revenge was complete. She turned to the only thing she had left, her son, Zoba, the boy who she had sworn to protect. But in his eyes there was no love, only fear. He had seen the spirits. He had seen what his mother had become. And in that moment, Gwenobegeli felt something more powerful than magic. She felt regret.